The Ministry of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology on Thursday convened a one-day stakeholder review and validation session to assess the final draft report of its survey on Madrassah institutions. The event also focused on the development of gender policy for tertiary and higher education. This initiative aligns with MoHERST strategic plan to integrate Madrassah Majlis education into the mainstream tertiary and higher education systems in the Gambia. The transition aims to provide Madrassah graduates with pathways to further education or vocational training, equipping them with the skills needed for self-reliance and sustainable livelihoods. Minister of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology reiterated the ministry's commitment to fostering inclusive education, ensuring that all learners, regardless of their educational background, have opportunities to thrive in the Gambia's evolving educational landscape. Stakeholder engagement is a pivotal step in realizing this mission, promoting collaboration and ensuring that the policies reflect the diverse needs to the educational sector.
It is with immense pride and profound gratitude that I stand before you today to preside over this significant occasion, the validation of the Madrassah Integration Consultancy's survey report. The Madrassah education system holds a unique and cherished place in the Gambia's educational landscape and remains a cornerstone of our nation's morale, spiritual, and academic identity. This initiative is a treatment to our commitment to inclusive, and I underline, inclusive, integrated, and transformative education that promotes equity and social justice in alignment with our national development goals.
The Madrassah education sector represents 20% of the school-going population in the Gambia. The Reliance Inclusion Skills and Equity project is primarily benefiting the Ministry of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology. Fatou Jane, Principal Higher Education Officer at MoHERST, elaborates on the responsibilities outlined in the report.
We were tasked to develop a technical and financial report, proposal if you like, because the Honorable Minister wanted to include madrasas, people in that sector, into the mainstream tertiary and higher education. That was his aim. But then at the time, we didn't have money to conduct such a survey of this type. Nonetheless, we depended mainly on secondary data, literature if you like. And then we submitted the report, I remember in April, the first zero draft report in April 2023. Soon after, through this World Bank RISE project, I was tasked to develop a TOR, which resulted to this very consultancy. So we want to say thank you to the Honorable Minister.
The primary goal of this consultancy, as outlined in the terms of reference, is to pinpoint significant gaps within the senior secondary education sector. Imam Babali, a committee member of TVET, highlighted the initiative's importance, describing it as essential.
We, the Ustads, we have been complaining that we are sidelined. We are not given the right position as citizens. We are not having the equal share of the national cake. So many complaints. I used to tell them, no. The issue is we need to learn something employable. Employable. Because really, it is good to learn the Holy Quran and become Hafiz. We know what it is in Islam. It's good to be very eloquent in Arabic language as a linguistic. It's very good, no problem, we want that. But it's also good to become a professional. I am the first Gambian who studies electrical engineering in Arabic language. Become very employable, work here many years, and we want to have our madrasas also being trained professionally that they can become engineers, they can become civil engineers, they can become medical doctors, and so forth. That is the door that the minister has opened for us.
Special Advisor to President Barrow, Mamadou Sabali, emphasizes the significance of ensuring equitable distribution of national resources.
We are one people. So to have this happen under President Barrow's government, led by a Christian brother, I think the Gambia has been a shining example for the whole of Africa, for the whole of the world, in terms of peace, peaceful coexistence, but this has now taken it to another level. When you talk of democracy, people usually think of voting and protest and, but there is no greater democracy than the democratization of the resources that we contribute to the public treasury and hold in common. The Arabic Islamic student, the Madrassah student, does not pay any less tax than those who do the conventional education. So those taxes that fund our education should be able to create equal opportunities for those who are using a different language, and the language is just different, it's not deficient. Because anybody who has any expertise in linguistics will know that English can in no way be superior to the Arabic language. So to make sure those using that language are also included into the mainstream, I think is an act of ibadah.
For the first time, the Ministry of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology has crafted strategies to integrate Madrassah education into the tertiary and higher education systems. Reporting for Kerfatu, I am Buba Gajigo.